Got Maki for 15
All
more minutes.
right. Let's go. Let's go.
Will, intro.
All right. Wait. Okay. Give me a countdown.
5, 4,
Go.
3, 2, 1.
What's going on, gamers? It's your boy, and we're back. We're not back. This is the first time. We're here with the Terrakion PRs. What does PR stand for? I forgot. Power rankings. And we're here with some very special people. Say hello in order of importance.
Hi.
Hello?
None of you said hi there. You went to rank yourself of importance. I wanted to make you all feel little.
Wow.
Muffy, you haven't said anything.
I don't conform to these stereotypes of importance because we're all important. Also, what was that intro?
Do you not like it?
That intro was goated.
That was. I thought that was incredible.
It was something.
I think you did great.
Thank you guys. Make me feel good. Now let's tell in a new arsehole. This is his team.
That's why I'm
Mackie's
here.
gonna
I'm
go.
gonna roast some mods.
Mackie's gonna go and do his silly little job in a second. So we've got to roast. We wanted him to roast our teams because we weren't going to be there to roast each other's teams.
So that's why I'm here. Hi, how you doing? I'm gonna roast everyone.
I'm doing well. All right. So, what's everyone's first thoughts on
Well, you gotta break
this
it down.
team?
What are we looking at?
Yeah,
All right,
I can't
I'll read
see.
it again.
You gotta
So,
explain.
first, we have Palafin Hero. Palafin, your boy, the king. Next, you've got Alomomola, his quintessential Pokemon, his favorite, the one that makes him a sociopath. Then you've got Ogapon, Heart Flame. Rillaboom.
You also have Ogabon Hall Flame? I'm so glad we both had that in our drafts. It's my favorite thing.
Go. Regieleki, Articuno Gala, which is a Terra type, and the Terra types are something, I don't know. Amoonguss, Cloyster, also a Terra Captain. Don't know what Terra Captains are. Thank you, man. Palosand, and Cutiefly, also a Terra Captain.
Fairy goes dark.
There we
And
go.
Psychic fairy poison.
I knew it was poison because you did your epic let play this week. All right.
Was this in order that it was chosen? Like, is this in the order you drafted it?
I think so.
Yes, this is exactly the order it was drafted.
I know Aloe was second pick, and
I
everyone was like,
wanted-
"What the fuck?"
I want an explanation on the just double pure water straight up. Like, that goes hard.
Yeah.
Best solo type in the game. What else about
Pretty
it?
much. Pretty much, I looked at the good mons and went, "Oh, Palafin's the only one left," and then I clicked that one, and then I went, so I clicked that one.
That's so real. You're so real.
You
for that
can
one.
you can have 5 water types and it be viable. It's the best solo type in the game. It's so good.
Because they all do so many different things. So like
Exactly.
Elmo literally sits there and wish, while Halafin's gonna make you cry.
2 weaknesses while also being like super effective against like fire and ground. Beautiful shit. Beautiful bloody crap.
I also like
I
the
know such
Regieleki pick, considering it can't Terra. So like, good. I mean, if a ground type comes in, you're switching that boy out. But like, I can appreciate the pick for the speed.
Pretty good speed.
Yeah.
I wish there was something a higher hit than 110 for the obviously.
Regieleki's right there.
No, I know, but I wish you had like something between that.
Like
He's got a
132
90
or,
gap.
like, 120.
He's got a 90 gap in his speed tiers. That's pretty bad. And there's a lot of red going on in that defense chart. Oh, look at those weaknesses. Look at that ice weakness. Ooh, look at that fire weakness.
You
I'm
just
not
described
what?
2 weaknesses that are covered by the 2 water types that I have.
Yeah, no, they're both good. But
Like,
It's
free
rock,
water
type.
rock weakness. What is that? Everyone has a rock weakness.
Wait,
so I
can
don't
we just
blame
take
you.
a moment? Like, water types don't want to get hit by freeze dry. I'm just saying that's an ice type move. So I
Ooh.
wouldn't really bank on your your water
My
type.
bundle gonna go nasty on this team. Yeah, that is. And then look at the ghost resist.
I'm pretty sure you died a Lecky though with your bundle, so.
Not Choice Scarf.
Can Lecky switch
Choice
you?
Short scarf, Regieleki, hello?
Yeah, we already had
I'm
this
not gonna-
discussion.
If you see Regieleki, you just go into a ground type. I'm not like without Terra. Unless you're gonna get hit by a weak Terra Blast, it literally can't do anything. You're forcing a switch.
Just
I do like the Terra Articuno left.
I'm a firm believer in the choice band explosion Regieleki, but you need something else that's gonna sweep after it lures a ground type. You know.
I wish it got the fucking Alolan Golem ability, the transistor. For the fucking
it's
electric
better
type
without
explosion.
Because all you do is
Yeah.
you bait a ground type, you kill it, and then your next electric type goes ham. Oh, you just need another one.
No, but then you just need a grass type, and it also can't do anything.
Here comes the booms right there. Like,
kaboom.
but no, yeah, I like your Articuno Galar. Terra Cloister's really cool. Sorry, I'm on my phone, it's hard to see. Cutie as the draft is based, I like it.
It's literally just.
You sound like you're gonna say more than that. Oh my god, Faith did not do not disturb, so we can see the notifications come up as we do this.
It's not showing. It's not showing up on my.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's go.
Go.
Also, Palisand without Terra is a very interesting choice. I personally think
What?
without Terra, it's not as good, the Palisand, but...
That's crazy! No, Palisand's the truest to go.
Palisand.
Palisand,
Oh, Palisand,
not
yeah, no,
Palisand.
I agree. So, I heard Pala.
So
Gosh, damn it.
the logic behind Palisand was I looked up and was like, oh, I don't have rocks or a ground type. Huh.
I
He
feel
really
like,
wanted to make his he wanted to make his glow sweetness bigger.
I feel like they could have been at a better ground type than Palisand, especially considering its ability, water. It sucks. It's actually one of the worst abilities I've seen because it doesn't even absorb water. You still get hit by it.
I enjoy how it's questionable is the nice way of saying I don't like this thing.
What's the hazard control here? Is it just Cloister?
Lucky.
Alright, okay. That's okay.
It's just Regieleki. That's not. Trying to wrap us through Regieleki is fucking hard.
So 3 grass. You really went like 3 grass types, 3 water types.
I mean, he drafted the only ghost ground type, so and no one else can be immune to both electric and normal. So we're done in that, I
Choice
guess.
band explosion Regieleki.
I think it's a hyper offense team with a regen car, which is like I think it's cool. I think the weaknesses do become a little bit overwhelming, and there is a few gaping flaws like the only removal being Aleki and stuff like that. But also you got to remember the man behind the wheel is the crazed scientist. So I'm not going to doubt the team, but I just think it could have been better.
I'm definitely I'm going to doubt the team. I mean, look, you have some very powerful threats, but like I feel like once you get rid of you take those away, you throw them in the garbage, you accidentally lose them early on. What are you really left with?
A Rillaboom.
But there is
Go team!
There is a monkey on this team. It is impossible to deny. He's there.
Rillaboom is cool.
He's fun. I like.
He only drafted the Rillaboom so he could do fucking Ogapon Grassy Glide text one week and be cool.
But that's heat though.
Yeah.
I already pulled out Ogre with Grassy Glide this week.
Is Surfetched?
Did you?
Is Surfetched in this
okay.
gen?
No.
Oh fuck.
Probably not.
So I need to get a Surfetched Grassy Glide kill in a draft one time. That happened.
Anything else to say about Lonely Shitten's team?
Whoa.
I'm just checking for a better ground type as we speak.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I'd get a different ground type, but I do like the core of the team. I think it's cool.
I'd get a single dark type or a normal type.
I think a dark would be cool.
Or a steel type.
A steel type is the
No,
big
fuck all
one.
those things. We click Grassy Glide.
Or a fairy type.
We
He's
put up
got
screens.
Beauty Fly.
We activate
Beauty
Grassy
Fly's
Seed and we go
right
crazy.
Or dragon type.
I
Man
think
went
a lot of
dragon
overlap.
fairy steel core and he went nah.
No, I went Firewater Grass.
You went fire, water, grass, fire, water. You did it all twice.
And see, the thing is though, like I feel like with the especially like the grass types kind of like very much besides Amoonguss, the other two grass types kind of do the same thing in terms of hitting really hard, except for like Rillaboom's ability to set up grassy. So I feel you could get rid of Rillaboom and actually bring in something that's not gonna like.
I think Rillaboom's much better for this team than Ogerpon is. Right,
but Ogerpon Flame is just it just hits like a truck. That's like it's like one of those Pokemon. Just like if you have it, you better be scared.
I feel like not really. Without its terror, I feel like a cudgel from Ogerpon would do about the same amount of damage that a wood hammer from Rillaboom would do.
However, the fact that this thing does get better reliability with its recovery and Swords Dance and Play Rough and Trailblaze.
Well, Boom gets all of those things except from the recovery, but Hornleech, you got grassy terrain for that.
It also has double leftovers if you want to be that guy.
Yeah, exactly. I think Boom is. It's also probably less points. I think. I don't know.
It is. Yeah. I really like Rillaboom. I think Rillaboom is actually really good for this team, especially with Mola and Amoonguss. I know you have the 3 grass types, and I know I've been gushing over Fire Ogerpon for this entire season, but I think Boom and Amoonguss are. I agree with Will, better for this team than Ogerpon. That being said, I think you have a lot of type overlap, but I still don't hate the team that's here.
Yeah, it's high preference with Cringe Regen, which is probably the best kind of team that you would have the weaknesses with. He's just pivoting into a different thing to sweep your team with every week, and I guarantee it will work out. I just think he could have worked it out better. Are we done with?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's try someone else.
One for what? I think it's me next. Let me copy the team over. Do.
Hey yo, it's Lando.
Wheezing.
Yo, it's my boy.
I'd like to mention that you drafted one of the most based low point mons that I was looking at. That being Thwacky.
The boy.
I love it.
Look at that stance.
What cost was Thwacky?
Who?
That's wild. I feel like a lot of these PRs have been me going like, how expensive was that? And then going, oh, that should be more expensive than that. Who made these decisions?
Fiona, our greatest failure.
Don't talk about Fiona.
Right, it's my team. Do you want me to list through the mons or? Alright, my team. Iron Bundle, the Messiah, Lander Asterion, the other Messiah, Gudra Hisui, Weezing Gala, Zoroark Hisui, Halucha, Delphox, which is Terra, let me try and remember these, Psychic, Fairy, and Grass, Cleaver, which is Terra Rock, Fighting and Flying, Golem, Kako, which is Rock, Water, Grass? I actually fucking
Grass and Fairy.
One of them.
Grass and Fairy, and Thwacky. What do we think?
You have an obsession with Calcul. This is the second time I've seen you draft it.
He's so good. Especially with Terra. The only thing bad about him is his rock weakness and being a rapid spinner. But then I can Terra him and he's no longer got the rock weakness. He's so good.
I like Weezing Gallo with Halucha a lot.
This is a strange team. I'm not seeing the vision.
What the fuck?
Oh no!
This is just like...
No, last time you said this was Buffy's team, and you broke after that. Oh no!
I didn't break after that.
I mean, I see the vision especially with Horlucha. You have two terrain setters, so now you're thinking, okay, which terrain could it be? Which Weezing G is already a terrifying Pokemon with having 3 abilities that all work, which honestly sometimes is not very common in a Pokemon having 3 abilities.
Yeah, I was gonna say
maybe one of them works so well.
What?
Weezing
I can think of one Pokemon. Greninja. Is that literally it? That has 3 usable abilities?
2.5.
Maybe Goudron
Not usable anymore.
Torrent can be good.
I mean, Goudron on a good day. Or Goudron H on a good day.
Right, let's
Like
not...
Sash Hydro Pump.
Let's
Water
not sleep on Hariyama. Right, 3 great ability.
What? Iron Fist, Guts. What's the third ability?
Big fat.
Until the second DLC comes in, I'm still gonna sleep on it.
I'm gonna have you killed.
Iron
Okay,
Fist.
do
I
it.
wish Iron Fist was better.
You don't say
Do it till the
shit
second
about
DLC.
my boy Hariyama.
Till the second DLC can
Maki,
stay in the
did you have to
trash
go
where
back,
it
by the way?
deserves.
Wait, doesn't
On there.
Conk Elder get Sheer Force, Guts, and Iron Fist, which is just better?
Yeah, Clone was
and
based on
and and Defog as well. So already
Oh,
better
And
than.
Defog.
I
Mwah.
like Hariyama. He's more handsome.
Yeah, okay. Can we talk about my team instead of Hariyama?
I am a Weezing Galar believer. This is a what fucking mon. Iron Bundle is Iron Bundle, and Landorus is there.
I mean, little known fact. Did you guys know I like Landorus T? That being said, Landorus T and Paldea makes me cry. So, have fun using the most North Mon of all time.
I literally
Okay,
played my
so
week
I
one
just don't
match,
see the
and he
vision.
already carried the entire match.
But it's still
The
Lando
only
fucking
vision I
T.
see
Like,
here is the terrain.
I like the terrain. I think
I don't even
Gujo
like
will
the terrain that
appreciate
much.
Wacky.
I did the terrain thing when I was drunk, and I just stuck with it.
I
I mean,
think
it only
Drunk knows
makes, it
what
only
he's
makes
talking
sense
about.
because you have two amazing terrain setters. Because with Weezing, at least, the very least, like your opponent's gonna have to, and you bring Weezing and then Halusha. Okay, they're sitting there like, is this like a Misty terrain type of situation? And then you switch into a ground type on Earthquake. Oh, it's not. So that like it's a lot of plays. Thwacky in general is a really good terrain setter. In some cases can be better than Rillaboom. In some cases, don't murder me for saying that.
Taking that out of context.
I think as a defensive pivot, it probably is a bit better.
Having the golem there as like, look, maybe ran out of points for electric type. Come on, man. Come on. It's not even Terran. It's not even Terran.
That's it's my one-time Corviknight check for whenever I verse a Corviknight.
No, it's dead is what it is. It's straight up dead to an earthquake.
What are these
That is
these three rock types at the end? Cleavor, Alolan, and Carkol. Like what?
I told
What's
them a Terran.
going
Did I
on
just say you Terran two of your rock types? You did Terran all three of them. At least stay consistent. Like, come on, that's kind of trash. You're not staying consistent.
Yeah, at least when I have three of a type, it's fucking water.
I know
rock.
the kind of absolute sicko you are, and I know that one week you're going to use Cuss, Stab, Galvanize, Explosion and feel really good about yourself. I know
Until
that
it
you're
doesn't
that
kill,
kind of pervert.
Hey, Will, I have a question for you. Why is 3/4 your team Rocks Week, if my count's right?
Do you have three?
Yeah, no.
rocks? Does a rock
One,
not resist rock?
2,
No.
Oh
Well,
my
no,
God.
There's
Cleveland-
three
Cleveland
Pokemon. There's
is-
4 Pokemon on my team that are Rock Week, and 2 of them can Terra. 3 of them can Terra. 3 out of 4 of
Only
my Rock
one
Week
of
Pokemon
them
can Terra.
Terra. It's a one
No,
time
Yeah.
Cleavor,
thing.
Delphox, and
Bundle,
Carkol
Week
can all. Yeah.
Yeah, but only one
Oh,
of them
so-
can
the
Terra
fighting is
per
just that-
match.
Lucha isn't weak to it, and the other 3 are all Terras. So fuck you all. Oh, my team's so Rock Week.
enjoy running.
And then look at the amount of removal I have. I have 3 Defoggers and the Rapid Spinner.
But
That's better
also
than
you-
Mr. Shitten's Regilecki.
But
Wait, who are
I
your
will
three
just
Sorry.
quickly say that your argument is you have 3 Terras. Okay, if you bring all 3 of them, only one can Terra, my friend.
Yeah, there's
So-
only really allowed to Terra.
Yeah, but I obviously only bring one. I only bring 1 a week, or max 2 a week. One of them with boots, like I did literally in week 1.
I do like how you do have a better. I think Cleaver in general is a better stealth rocker than having to click stealth rocks. Like having the ability to
Yeah,
just
Cleaver's
get
great.
rocked up
I like that
and
he's
doing
Terra.
damage.
That's really cool.
Zoroark H. I mean, it's a glass. It's the definition of a glass cannon.
Do we
Like,
think Will's smart enough to use a Zoroark Edge properly?
Well, like I said this morning in Oz,
Wait,
Zoroark's value
Len.
comes from the smartness of the player. And I don't know if Will
Len,
has the
did I
brain
tell-
cells.
I
That's why I'm
told
dropping it,
Liam
I'm dropping
a
it.
tech that I'm bringing 1 week. I don't want him to reveal what the tech is. Is it the coolest shit you've ever heard?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll
I'll tell you all in a second when we finish these.
There goes my tech once I get knocked off. Or
Oh
sucker
no!
punch.
What?
My
Oh,
knuckle!
No, it's nothing to do with. I would be fine if I got knocked off. Probably.
Did you say you'd be fine if you got knocked off on a Zoroark H? My man cannot live a knockoff.
No, it wouldn't be him getting the knockoff, would it? Think.
We're fighting in the Terrakion VRs. People are angry. We're not happy today. There's fighting to be done.
I'm talking about Zoroark
I'm
getting
gonna
knocked off.
come at least top 3 in this division, and you can all suck my testicles.
I know.
It's gonna be just
I
like
think
last
maybe
time
maybe
where you're
top 5
fighting
is
to
more
the
realistic.
tooth and nail to make it to
I
the
made
end.
6th place.
with Iron Miss over there. I don't know. You're gonna be missing a lot of Hydro Punks.
I don't know. Have fun with the PRs. You guys ate my whole lunch break. We'll catch you guys later.
See you later.
I do like your speed tiers though. It's a very very nice speed tier. Cleveland does also get access to Trailblaze, so you can further up the speed. And
I run it week 1, baby.
Cleaver is another Pokemon with Swords Dance and Trailblaze, and I think that combo scares me. Probably doesn't scare as many people, but I feel like people underestimate how deadly that combo can be. Just to get plus 1 speed.
Terra Flying Acrobatics as well.
That as well, and I mean, Hawlucha in this team, you think it's just going to be an unburdened Pokemon every single time. You can definitely play around with its other abilities, or and
he's gonna be my defensive defogger.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, good sir.
Him and Cleaver are my 2 defensive defoggers.
I do think though, Steve versus the Corviknight, just get rid of the Golem. Like I think a dark
Cleaver gets defog.
This Alolan is entirely on this team for like a meme.
Memes.
Yeah, like I have to respect it. I don't respect you though, unfortunately. So
but I do think there's definitely some better electro types you can definitely pick up, most likely. Or
not for 2 points. Not for 2 points.
Okay, grab a dark type then.
Wait, Alolan was 2? That's kind of.
I don't need a dark type. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a dark type, so grab a dark type.
I don't need a dark type.
You don't need Golem either, but you have Golem, so what's counter offer?
If I need an electric type to deal with the 3 water team that I'm going to be facing.
That's right, Guja can handle that. I do really rate the Guja Hisuian, but I love using that Pokemon myself, so I'm a bit biased in that, just because its move pool is absolutely insane.
I hated using that Pokemon last series. It was terrible. I just had a fucking awful time.
Wait, this isn't even my full team. What the fuck?
Oh,
What are you missing?
I do have a dark type.
What do you have?
No, you literally
I've got a Lullaby.
okay,
defoggers.
You never put it in the sheet.
Oh my
time out. My man really just said, I do have a dark type.
I
And I was like,
corrupted it.
Pulled out Volibee.
pulls out of Volibee, being like, there's my dark type.
My team has been misrepresented. This is not fair.
Your
It
team
wasn't on the
dies.
sheet
Your
what
team
you
does
want
not
from
like
me.
rocks. I get you.
Do I have 2 points left over on the draft board?
You do, yeah. I added it just now.
You could have picked up.
Well,
you could
good thing I didn't bring it week 1 then.
An Alolan, you could have picked up like a Volt, like an Electrode.
I do think that you do have to be very careful of water. I know you have your 3 like water dead Pokemon Kentera, but Lando doesn't really want to take a Surf Scald.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, so, and considering, I mean, Litten literally drafted in the 90% of the water Pokemon. It's just, I think that's definitely something you will have to do, because a Jet Punch in this situation is just going to go bop, 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 on nearly everything. Maybe not,
Yeah,
definitely not the
Palafin literally
Gudra,
walks over you all day.
until you get hit by that gooey Gudra, but then get CC'd and returned. It's a really good team. It's a really good, like, for the shitting that we did, it is a really good team so far. And I definitely think you can go far with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought my internet lagged out for a second. No one said anything. I was like, shit, did I die?
No, these teams, like, I've got to say, the vibes of the Terrakion team so far have been off. These are some goofy.
I mean, Will said he was drunk when drafting, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe. I mean, listen, were you drinking when you dropped 3 waters and 3 grass types?
Fuck no, I wasn't.
Alright, so
I just had no
Tractor
vision.
just has a problem. They have an issue.
Just it was the 3 grass types in a row. Now we've got the 3 rock types in a row, and it's really thrown me.
Listen, I did too well last season, so I had to, I don't know. Had to go a little unhinged.
Had to drop 3 grass types. You just didn't want anyone to have a grass type or water type. That's it.
Don't worry, fuckers. I'm back. My Discord crashed.
Good.
I was
We
just giving your
finished
team
telling
compliments,
everyone at home about how you worst team and we hate you. You wanna look at the next
I
one?
think we're going on to the...
I will
Yeah, let's
prove
have a look
you
at the next one.
sluts wrong.
I do think
Dude,
though
same.
that
Will, we're gonna destroy them all.
Zoroark H is just one of those Pokemon. Like it is a very big like skill thing of using it properly, but it's also extremely frail. Where 9 times out of 10, if you're switching it in and doesn't have a Focus Sash, it's going to get bopped.
Not true. Will-O-Wisp
Alright.
defensive hex.
In front of us, we've got
My man has
T-Mog's
like
team.
50. I can tell
Oh
you.
my god, stop fighting about Will's team. We're done.
Alright,
Now.
Yeah, Will's team sucks, and we hate it.
Tmog.
We're on to
T-Mog.
T-Mog.
It's T-Mog, it's not Tmog, it's
I
T-Mog.
don't know.
You should really separate the words.
Alright, two
We've
water
got
types, 2 grass types.
Gliscor, Volcarona, Dondozo, Meowscarada, Empoleon.
You can tell who helped him draft with the amount of fucking grass types and the lack of a fairy.
Whoa, I didn't choose any of these.
Did you not help him?
I did help him, but...
Funnily enough, with
Fairy
this-
Psychic Fire for a Giraffe, Hisuian Quillfish, Steel Water Fairy Sligoo, and then Iron Thorns, who is Rock Bug Round.
funny
only
enough, in this game. Oh, you go, Will.
No, you go, Muffin, you
No,
champion.
you go. No, you go.
Okay. The only like removal being Toadscroll. It's kind of cringe.
Empoleon?
Bullion.
No.
Doesn't get
Oh.
defog.
No, he
Yeah,
lost
doesn't
the
get-
No, he lost
They
it.
all lost defog.
Thank God.
Yeah, Conkeldurr kept it. Pokemon, what are you on?
You got nostrils.
Does Quillfish not get spin?
No.
No.
Oh
No.
my god. Fuck Gen 9. Hate this
I
Gen
don't think it
6.
ever
afraid.
had it.
The best thing about this team is the Terra Bug Iron Thorns.
I love Iron Thorns so
Let's
much.
go to...
Honestly, I think I rate the Farafrig Terra, especially considering granted, I did watch a video of it playing in a singles tournament, and I just saw the coolest tech with it.
Are you talking about the Frieza one?
Yeah, the phase where like he was like, yeah, Terra Fire in Trick Room, or agility, then Nasty. I'm like, damn, I've actually underestimated this Pokemon. But weirdly enough, with
Farafrig goes
no
hard.
fairy on this, with no fairy on this team, it doesn't hinder it as much. I mean, the fighting type weakness is there, but your two Pokemon that are weak to fighting can Terra, which is nice. Masquerada is always a Pokemon I'm like, very nice.
I think one of
Speedy is
the
a
things that's not bad about the fighting weakness, kind of going back to that, is like Gliscor and Dondozo literally could not give two shits about any fighting type.
Neither could Volcarona. You got a flame body chance. And then Quillfish is
fighting types
intimidated.
Like, to run like ground coverage, so like Volcarona can kind of.
Yeah, I guess.
But like,
But
what
Quillfish has
fighting
the
type gonna do to Dondozo? Like,
Quillfish has the Intimidate and has the Eviolite, so it's basically resisting the fighting move anyway. And two of your fighting weaknesses can Terra, so
that's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
Round 1 Gliscor is the product of a sick mind. It has to be said. Just like
I probably agree with that.
getting
I get-
Gliscor immediately is like it's psychopath behavior.
I kind of feel like there's no big threat there. Like, even though Gliscor is good, it's not as good in drafts as it is in like singles.
I feel
I
like
think
Sorry,
Muffin,
Will,
you
go.
sorry, no, you
Nah.
Muffin, you go.
No, I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad.
No, we're cutting each other off. Don't blame yourself.
No,
You
I was
go.
just gonna say that the biggest threat on this team is the Pokemon that can set up, and that requires setup. Like Volcarona Quiver Dance. Okay, now you're scared. Volcarona without Quiver Dance. Take my Rock type move because you're most likely using Boots because
It
Rock's
is
going to.
If I was drafting against this team, building, I'd be scared of Hazards and Iron Thorns. I don't think I'm scared of anything else. Like, as long as I bring a good defogger spinner and then prep for DD Iron Thorns, I
wouldn't.
there's no
I wouldn't
big
bring
threat.
Defog.
Well, not defog, but because
Yeah,
competitive, yeah. But okay, if I bring a good spinner, I make sure that his shitloads of hazards don't get up. I bring something with safety goggles or a grass type for the Toad Squirrel, and I have something that can deal with Dragon Dance Iron Thorns. There's no big threat that makes loads of prep kind of thing, like my bundle or the Palafin of Litten that we were talking about earlier on. like Glasgow and Volcarona, they don't have that wow factor like Terra Volcarona would, but regular Volcarona, when you die to a fucking power gem, like, I don't know.
I don't know what this team does against like a what taunt, like taunt Corviknight. Just what does this team do?
Iron Thorn's choice band, maybe.
I guess, but at that point, I'm not convinced that's an answer.
I like it overall. I think it's pretty good, but there's nothing that makes me like shiver or get excited. If you know what I mean, I just give it like a that's okay, like a thumbs up. You know what I mean?
What do you see this team as?
Oh no, sorry. I hadn't heard him speak yet. I wanted to roast his friend.
I played against this team week 1, and I could say it was pretty hard to offensively prep for. Like, it's pretty hard to break the Gliscor, Dondozo, and Polian. And
and Quillfish.
Like,
I feel like Quillfish is underrated.
Yeah, Quillfish went pretty crazy too.
Everyone keeps talking about how good Quillfish H is, and I've yet to see a Quillfish H do fucking it.
It's just so bulky.
The Ivy Cudgel, and it did 27% to it. Fair.
Understandable.
I know.
I think it can also just T-Spike. Oh, sorry, Muffet, you go, sexy bum.
I was just gonna say, like, defensively, this team is great, but it's just offensively, I see this team as like, okay, it pretty much requires setup. Like, it's requiring
like glossing over Meowscarada. That's chilling right.
No, I was gonna say Meowscarada is the only exception to that rule.
Giant immediate threat of
no. Like,
it's not that giant. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's again forcing too much prep. Get a grass resist, and something doesn't get OHKO'd by a semi-strong knockoff, and it's like, I don't know.
Granted, this thing does get Thunder Punch. It does like its move, like for grass dark type. Its move range is quite extensive, especially considering it can then become stab. So, but I think my point is like with the other Pokemon, they kind of do require a little bit of like, can they set up? Even with like Iron Thorns, like after Dragon Dance, it's fast. But is it faster than a lot of other Pokemon that have been drafted? And worst case scenario, you get slapped with a Mirror Herb, which is an item that I'm actually really loving at the moment.
I think what this team is lacking, if anything, is a reliable screener that's fast. Because Toadscroll can screen, but it obviously has negative priority.
I don't think screens is a necessity, though.
I think in this team, it actually would help a lot.
I think it'd help a lot, but I don't think the main takeaway should be lack of screens.
Yeah, I think this team has bigger problems trying to run it as like screens headshot than just not having screens or good screens.
Because I think his win con in most weeks it will be a coin flip of Farigiraf, Iron Thorns, or Volcarona, and hazard shit. Like, it's just which one can set up the best. I don't think that is a very good way to win your games every week.
Or you've managed to chip everything down thanks to Hazard and Masqueradican. I mean, I think that's another win con. But it's once again, it's like relying on your opponent to either not bring Dig Fog, not bring a spinner, or just kind of let it happen.
Yeah. Anything else to say, boys? And go? Boys is a gender neutral term.
Don't start discourse.
I'm not discoursing. I was being inclusive.
I'll send you to Twitter. Don't do this.
Yeah, Twitter me right now, Faith.
Just say y'all.
I'm sending you to Twitter.
I'll fart
just go
on
west
you.
and just be like y'all.
All right, this is whose team is this?
This is Kung Fu Panda.
This
Kung
team
Fu
sucks.
Panda's team.
Darkrai is
The Dragon Warrior?
awful. It's just a
The
terrible
Dragon
Pokemon.
Warrior.
What does it even do? Fucking, I like
Alright,
the rest of it.
Quick run.
All right, let's read out the Pokemon.
We got Darkrai, Cinderace, Clefable, Dragonite, Garganacl, Quagsire, who has a Water Poison Ghost, Terra.
Ooh, I like that.
Rotom-Mow, Scyther, who has Flying Fighting Grass.
Ooh, I like those.
Revavroom, who is
Base.
Steel, Water, and Ground, and then Phalanx, who is awful.
You shut your
That's cool.
fucking mouth. You do not talk that way about my child.
Okay, again, instant thought. Scyther gets defog. Is that it?
I
Hello?
think.
Court
I
change?
think D Knight's still
My
there.
God.
I was
Oh
gonna say
yeah!
I was gonna say
Sorry,
court change.
I
Hello?
forgot. I see the things. I'm like, oh, there's nothing there. No, yeah, but I think even though court change is the
rapid spin of all things.
no, it doesn't. Even though I think court change is really good, I think you need a reliable remover other than that, because you can just bring someone that spams T spikes. You're like, I've got to court change the T spikes. They bring in their poison type, collect the spikes, then T spike again.
I mean,
And
you
it's
have
like,
a poison type. You have a river room that will resist any poison.
it will be
like,
terrored most of the time because
Oh,
it's a
I don't
terror
know.
sweeper.
I think Quagsire or Scyther are perfectly good like terrors as well. Like
I guess
that can.
Quag is terror poison as well, but I still think it's like. But you have so many mons here that like don't get touched by poison, so maybe never mind. Like if you think about it, how many mons can get poisoned on this team? Dinores, who usually runs boots, Darkrai, not really Clefable, not Dragonite, not Gargle, not Quagsire third of the time, not Rome, not Scyther, not River Room.
Man just proved his own point wrong.
Four of the mons can
seconds.
like
We-
3.5 of the mons can get T-spiked.
If we let Will talk for like more than 5 minutes, he'll just go in circles saying it's good and it's bad. It's over and over
He just
again.
proved-
We're live reacting. Let me realize that this team is quite cool, quite based.
I like it.
What do we
Once again,
think
it's-
of
it's-
think of Darkrai, friends? What's our thoughts?
I think it works in this team.
I
Yeah,
also
more
think
than
it's
it's
worth.
out.
I think people like underestimate Darkrai of like, oh, it's gonna be shit. Okay then. Please,
I think it works well with
please come back to me.
Mons. Don't go
With the D Knight and the Rev Room, it's such a good. I love the dual pressure that it applies. Because you have obviously two fantastic sweepers like Dragonite and Terra Rev Room, both amazing. You got Cinderace who's an offensive pressure, but you can't prep too physically defensively because if you do, you just get swept by a 3-attack Nasty Pod Darkrai. And then,
And like, I think I'm learning Darkrai's move pool is quite large as well.
Yeah, Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb.
Darkrai gets every piece of coverage it wants. The issue is slotting it. And I think this team definitely has like the coverage and the breakers and the ways to get it in that Darkrai really needs. I think it does really well.
You know, I'm appreciate Phalanx for a second. Its move, what's its move? Where it's like no retreat. You know what?
No
I can
retreat.
definitely see no retreat actually working, just to break a few things for then something else to come in and clean up.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my
I think Phalanx.
Dodge it.
I think it's a pretty good. How many points is it?
2.
I was gonna say it was good for 4 points. That's a great 2-point man.
Phalanx is it's 5 adorable little guys. 2 points.
Well, that's cheating. That's 5 Pokemon for 2 points. That's not allowed.
It's 5 little guys. Love him so much.
I do appreciate the ground. There's like no red in that ground, considering that's like the one thing that most teams struggle with is not having a ground weakness.
As I said earlier, this team has 3 million levitators. And there's Darkrai, who is levitating off the ground, but yet can be touched by the ground.
I generally really like this team.
Yeah,
Like
I think it's
even
good.
its speed tiers aren't like oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, even the speed tiers aren't that bad.
Controversial, probably the best team we've seen so far.
I'm with
No,
you.
I
think it's pretty
probably
nice.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Lynn.
I mean, it hasn't caused me to have
Dude, my
like a
team's
panic
dog
attack
shit,
of
and I
like,
love it.
why are there 3 grass types? Why are there 3 water types?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, everything is covered. Like, no ghost type, but you got a Terra Ghost Quagsire, which is based as fuck.
That's
And then
an
you-
interesting error.
No, it's just spin block. And it's
Oh
just
no,
does,
but like that's
does
what I'm
the
saying.
job.
It's an interest. Like it is interesting.
Yeah.
because you don't see it. Like
Interesting. In a
I don't
good
think
way.
I've ever seen that. Yeah, interesting in a good way.
Alright, sounds like we're moving on.
Yeah, we got anything else?
I think there's not much to say. Very good. That there is a lot of threats, hard to build for, fun. I think my biggest issue is the 15 speed tier gap between Revavroom and Scyther. I think that's gonna lose you a lot of like, momentum in the build. But I don't
Then
know.
you get slapped by shift gear. Does that up speed?
Yeah, great team. Go you, King.
And it has wish support, which I'm a big fan. Like as someone that plays super offensive teams, I love me some wish support.
Are we moving on?
I think so.
Yes, I think we know when we move on when it just becomes complete silence.
Yeah.
This
No, I
audio
think
be great because you can
you
see
could-
points of just silence.
That was so fast. Len had his finger on the V.
I was ready. Why'd you have to put it like that?
This man has played Gen 9 OU. He knows what free Pokemon are good in Gen 9 OU.
All right.
Those two, maybe,
Whose
but the
whose
third
team is
one's
this
not
again?
very good right now.
Is this Martin?
This is Martin, yeah.
The goat.
The fucking stinky. What are those speed tears?
Please,
what
what is
the
it?
fuck?
You had grace and you chose not to fix it.
I
have an issue.
PPD.
Wait.
It was PDL where I had a speed gap between Dragapult and Gapdos, and that felt horrible. What is this?
There's a 55 speed gap between those two Pokemon.
Like, I understand maybe having a 110 and then Dragon Pulp because, like, you know, sometimes it's hard to get like something closer to Dragon Pulp. But what is a 142 with an 87? What is...
But the amount of choice gaps that Pull is just gonna claim by itself will actually be so funny. Because like, there's no reason to bring a choice gap for any other mon other than the Pull, so it's just solo carrying it.
This does look like, well, Dragapult, Great Tusk, and Corviknight are very good in OU, so I'll get them. And then an Overquill, I guess. A Frostmoth, why not?
Overquill is based.
Because I think when I looked at it originally, I was like, this team looks quite balanced. You have some offensive threats, you got some walls, you got
some
three
support.
really good Terramons. I'm continuing to look at it, and I'm saying like, you got good removal. You got, you know, one of the best defoggers, one of the best rapid spins. That's already so good. And you've got good resistances across the board, and you're not missing any important types, except from like what normal, but who cares? This team is Achilles. But it's got the fucking Achilles heel that is gonna bite him in the ass, and it's those speed tiers. Like, what do you guys think? Give me your review of the team other than speed tiers.
I really like. No, you go then.
I like. I don't know. I think it's got good defensive, good offensive synergy here. Like these three defensive ones are very good. These two mounts obviously are just like versatility goats, and like kind of the rest you can kind of fill in pretty easily. I don't know.
I do like once again wish support. I always love that. Frostmoth as a terror from last season, I know it can be an absolute menace to try and prep for. Gallade, what did we say they're terrors? Because I mean, I guess the rock type is literally usually rock, ghost, and then I don't know something. But what's the Gallade?
We got
and
Ice,
Frostmoth?
Fire, Electric on Frostmoth. We got Rock, Fairy, Ghost on Knucklestack, and we got Fighting Steel, Grass on Gallade.
I definitely think with Gallade and sharpness as well, it's made Gallade slightly better. And not knowing if
50%
sharpness
better, yeah.
Yeah. Great task, great. I mean, I like also the fact that you have Rapid Spin and you have Defog as well. Having those two choices when you have so many people, many Pokemon that's like, hey, lower my stats so I can get a buff, please, and thank you. I do like that a lot. Also, Manual Sun from Rotom Heat. If it gets it, that'd be hilarious. Other than that,
I think those are three of the best terrors we've seen. Like, Knucklestack, Great Wall, does so much crap, really benefits from the terror. Frostmoth, scary sweeper, give it two free turns and you've lost. And then Gallade, insane wall breaker. Like, every little slot is filled. I think that's so good.
yeah, I don't really have anything else to say besides like, what were you think about the speed tier? Like, were you like Will and drunk when you did the speed tier? Were you like clubbing and you're like, hey, what do you think is a good Pokemon? Great task, let's add that shit.
Yeah.
I think Speed's
like-
a pride. I don't think
No, you
the
don't.
giant speed gap is that big of a problem.
I think it is. That's a fucking joke. That's so bad. I think this is an A team brought to a C exclusively by the speed tiers.
There's
Honestly,
no
I
shot
would've-
you think this is a C.
I thought I would have said this would have been an S tier if it wasn't for that speed. Thus, I'd put in an A. Because I think it has everything
I don't
to
know.
do with an S tier.
We'll discuss this later on.
Yeah.
But I think giving this an anywhere near to an A, I think the max you can give this is a B.
We'll discuss this later on.
Yeah, okay. Next team. Next team!
Next team!
I wasn't ready this time.
Wow, God, you're so shit.
I know. Just the worst.
Remember,
mod.
this video is sponsored by water. Have you drunk your
I
water today?
love water. I'm drinking water right
I've never
now.
counted today.
Nice. Alright. Is this Lucas's team?
This is
No.
Deji's team.
Deji, the GOAT.
The guy who drafted Mabostef 3 times and then dropped him.
How do you drop the Pokemon 3 times?
Ask him.
Well, he drafted it. Well, he left it with someone, and then it came around to his turn, and then he drafted it, and then we didn't notice, and then it went to someone else's turn. And then he left picks with someone else, but they also thought he had Mabostef chosen, so it was a whole thing.
Classic Terrakion. So, does someone want to list down the Pokemon before we forget?
I can go. Landorus, Incarnate Form, Greninja, Infernape, Abomasnow, Diancie, Bronzong, Ambipom, Excalibur, Decidueye, which is a Terra of some types that I will get back to you on.
Very nice.
Tixtracee,
Very nice.
which is also a Terra of some types I'll get back to you on. And Spidops, the GOAT.
He's also a Terra we'll get back to.
I think Spidops will be terrored about once in this entire season.
But when it does, it'll be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Okay, sorry. Decidueye is Ghost Flying Fairy. Toxtricity is Electric Normal Grass. And Spidops is Bug, Ghost, and Fairy.
Ooh. First impressions, I like Abomasnow and Bax. I think Abomasnow is such an underrated Veil setter, considering usually people are like, I love the Ninetales, let's go. I think Abomasnow can also do it quite well.
I agree, but I don't know why he didn't give him Terra then.
That is confusing, considering it would have benefit more from Terra, and then you could have probably, instead of going to Decidueye, maybe pick up a different ghost type, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm just glad to see my boy Bax in the snow. I don't know what the hell was happening over in Verzion, but someone had Bax without snow, and I was angry.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that yet, and I haven't actually looked at their teams. I'm scared to.
Yeah, because I've realised I didn't think Excalibur had another ability that was like usable, but since Ninetales like comeuppance, I don't see Thermal Exchange anywhere in draft. Everyone just fucking uses sub Ice Body leftovers, and it's so funny.
What else? Ambipom is an interesting one. Think if Mackie was here, they'd be like, "Get this trash out of my face."
It's certainly a mon that is there.
No, I think it's pretty good. I think the fact that your only defogger is Decidueye, that's a little stanky.
Yeah, that's
You do have some nice setters. You do have some nice setters of rocks. A lot of them, to be in fact.
Yeah,
Before you
Infernape,
forget.
Landorus, Diancie, Bronzong. Ooh, look at that, so many. And then you got Spidops for the webs. You got your boy Greninja for the spikes. Pretty good.
9 times out of 10, you don't really want to defog, especially if you just got all your hazards up.
Yeah. You got a lot of pivot going as well.
I always like Infernape just because it can be both special and physical. I think, or even just both at the
Same
same
with
time. I
Greninja,
think that's-
and same with Abomasnow, and same with Landorus Incarnate, and same with Diancie. Wow, look at that. That's, the first 5 Pokemon are all incredibly mixed.
Which I think makes it so much harder to prep for. Because you're like, okay, because like some teams you can just see as like, okay, well I can just make so many things specially defensive because they have mostly special attackers. Whereas this is like, okay, maybe I put 100 EVs into defense, maybe 100 into special defense, maybe then we got to put a little bit of like it's that type of thinking with a team against this, which makes it even scarier.
Yeah, absolutely. I think prepping for any of those like those first 3 threats is gonna be hard. It's like, oh, who's your Greninja check? Oh, it's my physically defensive Azumarill, and then pop, you get Grass Knot or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. And then boom, you've not put any investment into your special defense, so you just get absolutely popped. And to consistently put like invest both so you counter one mon, it's just really hard.
Also, the fact that there's so many endgame mons, if you really think about it, like, you know, Lando, Greninja, Inferno can be an endgame mon. Bax and what, especially like even after setup, even without setup, Toxtricity with Boom Burst, Terra Normal. Like, there's so many endgame mons, which is probably to their benefit because they're not limited. Like, okay, I gotta try and like sort my way out to have this thing at the end, where they're like, yeah, I have like most of my team can just sit there at the end. So let's just start throwing stuff together.
What do you think, Len?
I don't know. I'm not like amazed at anything, but I feel like he's got enough here to like work with. Lando's like always insane. I don't know.
I get what you mean. I think it's similar to T-Mog. What? No, because it has Bax and Lando. He's such a scary fucking car.
And with Greninja and Inferno,
how do you prep for both? I just think you're like, oh, he's Excalibur. Oh, it's a Swords Dance scale shot. You're fucked. And then as soon as you kill the Excalibur that's just swapped half your team, you get Life Orb Earth powered into Oblivion. I think this is a pretty good ass team. Faith? Is Faith alive?
Did they do a will and fall asleep?
Faith!
I'm here, what have I done wrong?
I'm asking your opinion.
Oh, I don't know, I've not been looking at the team.
That's not good.
I started looking at Twitter. What do you want from me?
Well, we'll look at the fucking team.
Your Terrakion power rankings, everybody. we just looking at Twitter at this point.
I'm just looking at Twitter.
That's just some of the Terrakion.
Diancie is pretty. I like Diancie.
This is what you get when you ask the 2 in 10 team for help on a power rankings.
I think there's a pretty big fighting
like
weakness
2
now that I'm looking at it.
100%.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and you
Fairy doesn't resist it. Like, your Fairy's neutral, your Psychic is neutral to it. You don't really want to Terra Decidueye, especially if they do have like a very scary Fire type. And I will say this: Fire types are probably one of the scarier typings, just because they literally learn everything. They learn everything under the sun for no reason at all.
Like all of them get Ice Punch, so like saying Lando like resists it, it's like, all right, who cares? And same with the Decidueye,
get hit by an Ice Punch next turn. It's like, oh
yeah, right. Like, I think it's very fighting weak, but that's pretty much that's like my only big critique of it. It's fighting weak.
I think they do have a benefit of the fact that Greninja is so fast. They can do extrasensory Protean, meaning they become a Psychic type. You just gotta hope they didn't click knockoff for whatever reason. They didn't click knockoff and they don't live.
I think they cover every type, which is pretty good. So you've got every single archetype you need for typage.
Even the double typing Pokemon are like even like you know, having 2 grass. They both do something so different, and like two ice types. Once again, the 2 ice types like benefit off each other because one sets up Snow and Veil, the other one just kind of like clicks buttons.
Anything else to add?
I'm good.
I like this team. Deji, you've done a good job. Well done. Who's next up?
Next up, this team from. I can't remember.
This is
This is Crepuscle. Crepuscle. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think you did. I think you get the English teacher approval with that pronunciation.
Yeah, but you need to say it less confused. Crepuscle.
Crepuscle. Okay, there we
Pokemon.
go. And she has Urshifu Single Strike, Heatran, Enamorous Incarnate, Donphan, Braviary Hisui, Vaporeon, Hisuian Electrode, which is Grass Ice Fairy, Lycanroc, Dusk, Noivern, which is Dragon Fire Normal, Muck, which is Poison Ghost and Grass, and Charjabug, who they bought in week 1.
In week 1, the GOAT.
I think this is a base team, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking through. It's a pretty cool team. Very effective.
I would have liked Electro Terra to be a little bit more creative than the usual, what's usually Terra, but that's okay. It's Electrode. It's literally like one of the best Pokemon to Terra. 9 times
Isn't
out of
that
10.
literally your Electro Terra types with PVDL?
Yeah, well, like I ran out of transactions to change it. Okay, I made Regirock my Terra captain. I think I made up for it.
This team is so offensive. When your only wall is a Vaporeon, a Muck, and a Charjabug, like this is hyper offense.
No
to
way
the
we're
nth degree.
disrespecting the nose like this. The Dawn.
The Don with physical moves, my dude. What do you want?
That's not a wall, though, is it? It's a pivot / spinner.
Someone hasn't used Donphan properly. Then
We're just disrespecting the Dawn.
No, Donphan, it's good, and it's a good pivot, it's a good offensive one, but it's not a wall.
But I look at this team as well, but like with, for example, Charjabug sets up screens, helps your team immensely. Vaporeon takes hit, wishes, guess what? Your once again hyper offensive team is now getting healing. I feel like even though
absolutely.
it doesn't have as many like defensive mons, I think what they did pick is brilliant.
I think this is such a cool. This team must be so much fun to build with. That's my first thought. Like picking which mons you want to use to decimate the enemy team. I just think it's so cool. So many ways to set up rocks, so many ways to get... Well, you've got 2 really good ways of getting rid of rocks. Nova and Defog and Rapid Spin from the Donphan. That's 2 of the best. That's like a secondary to having Corviknight Kratos. That's like a B-Tech version, you know?
Also, the Terra typings I think are once again like one of the better. It's like very much on the better side. Like probably one of the best Terra typings we've seen, just because we've seen that each of them work very, very well.
I would have preferred to have seen Bravery Hisui Terra did we make that legal?
Yeah, it is. It's 10.
I would
I think I would have preferred that too.
Seen that.
Because I don't know, Terra Tinted Lens Hurricane just goes nuts.
Yeah, I think Nova and Dragonfly's pretty good type, and obviously you got Boom Burst shenanigans and stuff. So I don't think it's terrible, but I think that's my only like red flag I've seen so far is the fact that I think that would be a much better Terramon. Other than that, this is a pretty cool ass offense team. No major flaws in any direction, I don't think. A major ice weakness, but again, the last hyper offense team we saw, that was Litton's team, and remember how many gaping holes that team had?
Whoa! I'm so excited to just dominate Will in week 5.
Fuck you! This team's really fucking cool, though. Anything else to say?
No.
Good job. This is like... When I did the other ones, I was doing half sleep and I watched the videos. We haven't had a single bad team yet.
I mean, we did look at your teams.
Sorry, I had one bad team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we haven't had a bad team yet. Like,
fuck you guys.
All right, okay. We got Sizzle and Snom, who has
Sizzle Snom. It's fine. This is the final one that we're gonna review. Okay. So we got Zamazenta Crowned, Garchomp, Tornadius Therian, Tornadius, not Tornadius, Slowking Gala, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Clefairy, Cryogonal, Hooper, Fion, and Moltres Gala. What do you guys think?
What are their Terra types?
Oh, Terra types are... My apologies. Fion is Water Fairy Grass, Hooper is Ghost Fairy Water, and Cryogonal is Ice Water Steel.
Just looking at like
Oh, I
Tornado,
screwed up
Slowking,
the-
Ogre-Pon, Clefairy makes it feel like they just picked like all the best little cuties in Pokemon. Yeah.
I'm here for the freeze dry go burn.
I feel like this is bulky offense to team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Like every single mon has some kind of like bulk to it. Like when your two
single mon
frailest
Fat and
Yeah.
clicks a strong move.
your two frailest mons are Ogopon, Wellspring, and Moltres Gala, I think you're doing something. I don't know if it's the right word, but you're doing something consistent because they're both quite strong. Quite Ogopon and Moltres both have like pretty decent like tanky stats. Not tanky stats, but you know what I mean. But like
Well, they also both have great abilities.
exactly.
Water Absorb is always welcome. Berserk is always terrifying to fight because you realize, hey, it was a roll and I lost that roll chance. Zam Crown, I've noticed nearly every week everyone who's bought Zam Crown has bought like Iron Defense Body Press. Come on, guys, get more creative with it. It's a very creative mon. Please stop going.
At least use the howl sets.
Like at least be the special sets with screens. Get some more creative. Like come on.
Pivot with Steel Beam.
Like actually true. I think
he's got very versatile Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like,
I think your
first
only
four-
spinner,
What?
your only spinner being Quagnal is a bit stinky.
I'm so annoyed because as soon as you said that, my brain went Tornadus, and then I got sad again.
I do like the Hoopa.
I like how the
Terra
criticism
as well.
was always that there's not enough spinners, but there's
Because
just
it's such an important thing in this fucking
there's
game.
also like 5 good ones
Boots.
total.
I hate Gen
Yes, the teams
9.
are
So
Why does my
fucking-
team have 5 good removers then? I didn't even try.
All I'm
It
hearing is
does
just
it?
Boots go bro.
Yes!
One of them is a Carkol. I'm not taking
Carkol
the word
Terra.
word.
And the other one's a cleaver.
My
Well,
man really
bro,
said I
can
have some
waste
amazing.
my Terra on a big
I thought
rapid.
Wheezing Gala is the best, one of
that's
the
a
best
good
defogers
That's
there
like a
is.
default?
You can have him.
Yeah, it does.
There are so many Pokemon that
Why?
shouldn't have defog.
It just because it's funny.
Tornadus Therian.
Because
fucking
capitalism, I don't
buzzing.
fucking know.
Getting back to the actual team at hand before we go on a massive tangent. I do like Glaring Slowking for like Chilly Reception pivots. It does like kind of slow the momentum down a little bit in your favor. Be able to just kind of like figure out okay what's the next plan. Clefairy isn't a bad like low pick mon. Just because what it can do.
I think speed tears are fantastic.
Yeah, they're really something.
They're like, what the fuck are you gonna do against that? You're just gonna shit yourself and die.
Oh well, we don't. We hope that doesn't happen. At Terrakion, we don't want anyone to die.
We don't want Will to
Disclaimer.
die.
Disclaimer.
we
YouTube
want
in
me
game.
to
In game.
die. In game.
In-game.
Eliminated.
No, I want Will to go 0-1 IRL.
Oh no, the YouTube.
Nah, I'll go
algorithm is
1-1.
dividing.
Oh, no, the
1-1.
algorithm.
Murder suicide, baby.
Oh, no.
Our AdSense.
No.
Will never be pushed out into recommended now.
I like this team. This is a very solid. Not again. I'm not being like stood out. I'm not being like taken aback by the team. The regen car is good, but this is a very A team. This is like a quintessential A team.
I like this team a lot, but
I like this team a lot.
I am swayed by the handsome little boys in the middle. Like them.
It's a very attractive team. All these mons are cool looking.
I hate Moltres Galar, there you go. I hate that.
No, but
You just take the shiny.
Pokemon's really terrible.
You're just
Okay.
watching this now. We're playing a game that's full of RNG. Of course, it's terrible.
Next.
We have the next.
Yay.
Who is this? Who are you?
Okay, we got
This
Don
is Don Bozo. The Bozo himself. Okay. So, on this team there is Sneasler, Iron Treads, Ogopon, Mandibuzz, Dragalge, Indeedee, Tauros Paldia Aqua, Frogadier, Bellibolt, Appleton, Chandelure, and Sylveon. Sylveon is the Terra of... Well, I'm going to do them in the proper order this time, because I'm cool like that. Chandelure is Terra, Ghost, Grass, and Ice. Sylveon is Fairy, Ground, and Water. The first person we've seen to not have 3 Terras, because they're both 10 pointers. Pretty cool.
And I will say that the 2 Terra Pokemon are completely amazing, especially Chandelure. I think Chandelure is a fantastic Terra Pokemon.
Oh, absolutely. These are very scary ones. You have to get some good ass fucking AV on this shit to stop these guys. What do you guys think?
Having a look at it. I mean, Indeedee, Sneasler, obviously, like, anyone under the sun can see kind of what's going to be happening there. I love Treads as the spinner. Mandibuzz, I think, still gets defog. Please still be.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
It does.
Ah, thank goodness. I love Mandibuzz in general because I love its bulk. Ogopon being able to hold an item is great, especially because you can't Terra in general. Bulls to get rid of any screen shenanigans. The 6-0 god himself, Appleton, got drafted, so we can appreciate that.
Yeah, this is a cool team. This is another Corviknight Great Tusk moment. One of the best Defoggers, one of the best Rapid Spinners. That is all you need. That's quintessential recovery, because both of them mostly always bring that little special move. So I just think that's really well done. Yeah, I talk about hazards a lot. What the fuck about it? If you have a problem with it, DM me, and I'll send you a funny GIF.
Heavy duty moves. It's wild.
I don't. It's stinky. It makes your feet stink. God. Why can't we get shitter people in this division? I'm pissed off. Why is this another good team?
Skill issue.
Guys, be bad, please. I need 3 wins. Last season.
Last season.
I actually lost against I lost against most of the 3 win people, so
I believe you were my only loss. No, you were one of my 2 losses.
yeah, I slayed Iga and Lynn, but then couldn't defeat fucking Faith and Zanpakuto. Sorry, I'll stop monologuing now. We'll continue talking about your team, Dambozo.
I don't know, it's just a very good team in general. Like the more I look at them, it's like solid.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, physical threats. Where are the special threats? And then you look at the end, and you're like, oh my god! Like that is Sneasler, Ogopon, fantastic physical threats, and then Chandelier, Sylveon, both with Terra.
You can't give. You can't
Overlook the Dragalge. Yeah, yeah, of course, and you can't ignore Treads. Treads has good offensive stats. You just don't expect it.
Yeah.
So you gotta prepare for all this. And Indeedee, which is both Indeedees, which is like really, really versatile. I don't see what the Frogadier does here. I'm not gonna lie.
Change types, I guess.
It fills out 2 points.
I think there could have been a better 2-pointer to get.
That's kind of how I feel about Bellibolt, to be honest.
It gives him an electric type, which he needed.
For what? Why?
To kill water and flying types.
He's got plenty of stuff to do with that anyway. I don't know. I don't think it's needed, and it's not like Bellibolt's killing those things.
I think it would be. I think it's has more reason to be there than Frogadier.
Yeah. I think they'll both not be used almost at all, except maybe Bellibolt defensively sometimes.
Yeah. I think Appleton comes more than both of them most weeks.
Oh yeah, Appleton's so good.
It's so good. Appleton's one of those mons in draft which just gets exponentially more pog. And yeah, this is the cool ass team. Fuck Terrakion. Be worse at the game. Does this mean I actually have to try each week?
Yep.
No! Treads is the best mon in draft. I've said it. Obviously, it's not going to be 20 points because it's not OP, but it's so versatile while also being so consistent, while also being just strong as fuck. You can uninvested Earthquake, heavy an Ironhead, and it does big damage while also having Volt Switch and Rapid Spin and Rocks. And then Body Press Iron Defense 1 week, and you're like, oh my god, what do you do? It's so good. Best mon ever. So for that, good job. Next team! Get rid of the Frogadier. Now this is Lucas's team.
This team's got some threats.
It does. Okay, Chen Pao, Ursaluna, Annihilate, Monkey Dory, Tinkaton, Tatsugiri, Talonflame, Ron Frost, Probopass, and Shaman. Tatsugiri is Terra, Dragon, Electric, and Steel. Talonflame is Flying, Ground, and Grass. And Probopass is Steel, Water, Flying. The famous question, what do you guys think?
I feel like Probopass is awful. And even wasting Terra on it as an option
Yeah.
is crazy.
I think this might be the first not good team.
I don't know.
But
I think there's good things about it.
No, I don't think it's a bad team, but I think you look at it and you go, wow, threats, and then it just fucking drops off a cliff after you go past Monkey Dory. I think Tinkaton doesn't suit the first 3 months that they've drafted. Doesn't synergize with any of them at all.
This team desperately needs a good fat water type. Like Tatsugiri, that's a water type, but it's not a fat water type. I need a fat one here.
I just see the first 4 months coming every single week, and then him struggling to pick between which crap second and fifth and sixth Pokemon he wants to bring each week.
Well, Talonflame I think comes every week too.
Yeah, it does, and I think Rotom comes most weeks as well.
And then I guess it's Shaman. I don't know.
That's 6 Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't. If you have a really good physical wall, you beat this team.
Yeah. And then you'd be like, oh, but what about the Monkey Dory? No, but it's Monkey Dory has nothing to touch steel types.
And winning.
You could have a physically defensive steel type, and steel Corviknight. Boom. What does this team do to Corviknight? Nothing.
No, Chan Pao and Ursaluna can kind of set up on Corviknight.
No, they can. Iron Defense, Body Press.
That's true.
Exactly. I just don't see much for synergies. I see Attack Score Burr for 3 Pokemon, and then 2 Roxas, a bulky Grass type, 2 Removers, and a Rotom that can't take most hits. Like,
I also see a fighting type against this team just going crazy.
yeah,
Like obviously Annihilate and Talonflame can kind of deal with them.
and Monkey Dory.
Monkey Dory is gonna take like 50% from a good close combat because that thing's got no physical bulk.
Yeah, and Psychic Poison is like a defensive typing, but then it's an offensive mon. It's like,
It's okay, but
it's all right.
It's not the worst team I've ever seen.
I like Shaman.
I think Shaman is.
I also like
I
Shaman.
think 11 points is a literal crime.
For being too low or too high?
Way too high. That thing should be like 5.
But if it can Terra,
Yeah, we don't need to Terra. But isn't that just another testament to
wait.
why?
Did you say Shaman should be 5?
Yeah, that one is terrible.
No, Seed Flare exclusively should make it like 8 or 9.
Oh, shit.
You guys are underestimating what that thing can do.
Maybe
Like
I
Synthesis
do.
Leech Seed, but yeah, this team is pretty good. I think you need to swap out one of those top 3 mons and get some pivot,
Get a special mon that isn't Monkey Dory.
yeah, I don't know, because the speed tiers are actually quite good. So I just don't see the vision.
Do they have a Trick Room mon?
Let's have a look. Trick Room. No.
I've never seen Ursaluna, like base Ursaluna outside of Trick Room, so that's going to be an interesting
Whoa.
one.
You haven't? Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Outside.
I haven't. Wait, have you?
Yeah.
I haven't been.
Season 1, I had Ursaluna with that trigger.
Yeah, so Lucas, get rid of the Promo Pass, get rid of probably the Annihilate.
And pick up like Hatchrim or something.
Yeah. Annihilate does fucking nothing for this team.
I mean,
Woo!
I feel like
Next team!
No.
Sorry, wait. What are you saying?
I was just going to say, Annihilate seems like one of those picks of like, yeah, I picked Annihilate because Annihilate.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, Annihilate was still there on round 3. Why not? Next team! This is
There we go.
the newly acquired Odin's Stand-ins team. Muffin, I want you to read the Pokemon this time.
I think we have Golden Go, Samurott Hisuian, Slowking, Screamtail, Iron Moth, Cyclozard, Glimora, Chestnut Terra. We got the Paloswine Terra, and then we have the Lilligant base normal form Terra.
I'll read this Terras out for you, don't you worry. Chestnut, Grass Poison Steel, Piloswine, Ground Electric Fairy, not cute by the way, Lilligant, Grass Rock, and Ghost. I think there's 3 pretty good Terramons. Start with that.
It's pretty good, to be honest.
I think the
Chestnut's
Glimora-
the goat.
Glimora, Golden Go, Samurai Hisui core is hilariously annoying, but in the funkiest way possible.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with all your hazard control, Will? Mold Breaker Default.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Choice Banded Vullaby, Oko the Goldengo. He's gonna cry his eyes out like a pussy, yeah. Then I can defog freely with my other defog ones.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like this team. It's very clearly hazard stack. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there's just lacking. I mean, his only like fast offensive threat is Moth. Like Cyclozar's fast and Screamtail's fast.
I think Lilligant is pretty good.
Yeah, but it has the setup to be fast.
Yeah, but Terra Rock fucking Lilligant sounds terrifying.
I've been running Terra Rock Scovillain in another league, and it's actually sick.
Yeah,
So
Terra
I
Rock
respect the Terra Rock grass type.
underrated. I think that's pretty cool. But I see what you mean. I think if there was a way to beat the hazards on this team, you might be entirely fucked.
Like with hazard stack, I want to see either like a bunch of really fast offensive threats, or I want to see Volter. And like he kind of has that with like Screamtail, Slowking, Cyclozar. They can all kind of pivot around.
Yeah,
But it's not like threatening. It's not like a Thunderous Therian or something hitting Volt Switch.
I don't see why bringing 6 boots wouldn't automatically win you the game in this though.
Does he have a knocker? I think Chestnut and
Cyclozar.
get knocked. Oh, and Cyclozar. Screamtail get knocked? I don't think so. Right?
No.
Piloswine lose it?
Yes. Did it ever get it?
I don't know. Mammothwine had it.
But yeah, Samurott, Cyclozar, Chestnut maybe. Yeah, I think.
I don't hate
like
it, but I don't.
I don't hate it. I see the vision, and I think against people that might not know how to beat with hazards, you're gonna smash them into oblivion. But I think once Lilligant and Iron Moth can't do their shtick, and the hazards aren't a threat anymore, you're a bit screwed because you've got a few Pokemon like Screamtail, Cyclozar, Glimora, Slowking, which all 4 of those mons outside of your core concepts don't really do anything. Like,
Yeah, Cyclozar's really only good in stall.
yeah,
Outside
And
of just being like a utility.
Screamtail, Slowking are like good defensive mons, but what's the point when you're only when you've got such like minimal offensive threats?
This guy's got a big ghost weakness too. It's basically just Cyclozar that's going to be switching in. Like Samurai can kind of make it work with like an assault vest or something, but
yeah,
but that's prone to like chip and hazards and all that. Like it's
I think not the worst team we've looked at, but it's not incredible.
And then our last team here.
Isn't there two more?
Nope.
Wow.
This is the last one. Right here. We got Iron Valiant, Hisuian Arcanine, Scizor, Muck, Alola, Zapdos, Gastrodon, Bramblegast, Alolan Dugtrio, Dunsparce, which has Water Dragon Normal, Hypno, which is Psychic Fairy Water, and Regidrago, which is Dragon Steel Fairy.
This is the team that I beat. Let's go.
Let's go.
Muffin?
Yeah. Hi, sorry.
That's okay.
No, I was just doing a draft battle. Don't mind me. I like Zapdos. I like Zapdos and Iron Valiant as like a pair really well. I've seen it being used really well a lot of times. Regidrago Terra I think is always a must. That thing hits like a truck. Hypno is interesting to me because I haven't seen Hypno before.
What does it do other than set screens?
Headbutt.
Nothing.
I think
I don't know.
There's better 1 points out there, I think.
There's a reason Thwacky is higher points than it. It's not good.
Don't fucking insult Thwacky. Don't even compare them.
Thwacky every day.
Thwacky's the GOAT.
Alolan Dugtrio is interesting as well. I don't think I've seen that one. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon I'm like, I've seen before used, and I'm like, what does this do?
He brought the Dugtrio week 1.
You assume that I've watched these battles.
I don't. That's why I'm telling you.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You strange person.
Didn't it do literally nothing?
The way you said it, your tone of voice.
It
was like,
set up rocks and then died the turn after.
Go. Honestly, it did it. And then you probably defugged the wave.
It took 80% from a flip turn from
from Iron Bundle.
From Iron Bundle.
No, that's so bad.
I'm assuming it was Sash anyway, but I just think 80% from flip turn is very funny.
From Iron Bundle is very funny. I kind of like what's going on at the top here, though. I like the Iron Valiant.
Good offensive call.
And Zapdos.
And Scizor.
Pretty hard to break. And Scizor.
And then the Muck Gastrodon. And then the Dunsparce. I think the Drago, I think the core idea of this team is really, really solid. I just think it falls apart with the last few mons. I'm not sure, because I don't know. Dugtrio and Hypno are both atrocious Pokemon that you could have drafted better ones of. But he does have
just looking at the order things were drafted, because this isn't that order. It went Valiant, Regidrago, Hisuian Arcanine. Clearly this was supposed to be a Regidrago centered team. And I don't think it does that.
I think Scizor was definitely picked up to kill the fairies. I think the Dunsparce might be a bigger threat than the Drago. They're both very, very good terrors. When I was prepping for this, I struggled like a bitch. Having to prep for physical special Dunsparce, physical special Regidrago. It was rough. And then you've got to make sure that you have your physical tanks in stock for the Hisuian Arcanine, the Scizor, the Muck. And then you've also got to have your mixed... having your 3 strongest Pokemon be mixed, as I mentioned earlier on with Deji, that's fucking scary. I struggled. Prepping for this team was hard. I think the quintessential core that this team has is solid, which is most of the team. But I don't think Brambleghast meshes too well. And then obviously Dugtrio and Hypno are stinkers. So I don't know. I'm kind of a bit in the middle on this team.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's better than okay. I think it's pretty good. I think it's like teetering on great. I just think I don't know. I can't really put it into words what I see wrong with it. Like I don't know. It's pretty good defensively. That you don't have any gaping weaknesses. I think Brambleghast is obviously better now because of its introduction to Poltergeist. But
I don't think they need Dugtrio Alolan there, to be honest. Like looking at you already have a Steel type, you already have a
no,
ground
exactly,
type.
yeah.
What is Dugtrio really doing? Like,
you could get a good like 3-4 point one or whatever Hypno and Dugtrio Alola get together and like I don't know, that would do something. And there is better one point ones than Hypno.
Correct.
Donald Trump's down there. And he's the best 1.1. So yeah, what can you guys put into words why you think it's good but not great?
I don't rate Brambleghast too highly personally. Every time I see it, it's kind of like, hey, that meme of hey, do something. Like, I mean, soft spins, it can spin. I guess it can strength sap. Cool. I mean, Arcanine Hisuian is an interesting case. Like, I like it. I love it sometimes. It can hit really hard, but there's just something about it that just holds it back. Could be the fact that it's 4 times weak to both water and ground. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I definitely understand what you mean. It's like it's hard to put into words. With this team. I just think there's just a few selection of Pokemon that kind of just like, well, if you don't really need this. Like it doesn't like because especially considering like Dugtrio is there just to fill in that speed gap between Iron Valiant and Zapdos. But I feel like I know we've talked a lot about it's filling the gaps in speed tiers and all that. At this point, I feel like this team doesn't need that 100 and just get rid of it.
Yeah,
like if it's there just for the speed gap.
I genuinely think when I was building for this, I had a mon that was like 110, 150, like slower than Valiant but faster than Dugtrio, and I'd rather speed creep the Zapdos. Yeah, I didn't see the point. It's just one of the, it's such a nothing Pokemon. What can it do? Could it Swords Dance Sweep?
What?
I think it literally just clicks rocks. I think it's just rocks.
And it slows you down with Tangling Hair.
I mean, this was my same issue with like normal Dugtrio. The only difference is at least normal Dugtrio can trap you in.
That is such a good like ability. Trapping is fantastic because you can make any.
Maybe if Dugtrio was a Terra
Pokemon.
Captain, I feel like then it could have probably been boosted a little bit more.
No, I disagree. Because you're dying to resisted moves still.
Granted, if you got rid of it, at least you wouldn't be weak to ground.
Yeah, exactly. You guys got anything else to add? Or we gotta go to the tier list?
To the tiering.
Right through here.
Hello, sorry.
Hey!
I'm here.
That's okay.
You
She's
guys,
alive!
you guys can do the
Did
tier.
you see my
You
message I
guys-
sent in mod chat?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
But you're recording.
I'll send you the video. Someone else can record.
And we're back.
We're back!
Yay.
And we're ready for some rankings.
Yay.
Okay. We're gonna go in reverse order. So for everyone you just seen, you'll be the closest. So the last will be Mr. Litton. And yeah, so I'll start with Zin's team,
Which logo is that
which
again?
is the Gotham Glycors.
This is not even in order on the screen, so like I'm gonna have to be like, ooh, okay. I'm guessing it's
So for the Gotham Glasgows, I'm thinking instantly high B. What are you guys thinking?
Hold on, I don't even have them on my screen yet. One thing.
I definitely don't have it on my screen, so I'm just like, give me a second.
It's on it's still up from last time on the draft thing.
No, I actually just gotta get used to it. I just gotta get.
It's the one we just did. Yeah.
The Iron Valiant Arcanine team.
I like mid B, so B's good for me.
Mid B. We'll slap
I
it in
think
B.
I think
Muffin, do you want to do it?
I think B is solid.
Slap it in, Muffin.
I
Ooh.
have.
We can negotiate. We can negotiate later on with like where in the B it goes, but I think B is good for now. All right, next up.
This doesn't wow me, and I feel like you could do better building around Reggie.
I feel like that was just the most Terrakion team of like, I'm not wowed. I
Yeah.
feel like that was the
No,
feedback for a lot of this.
I was wowed a lot during the start of it.
Wow.
I think it's good for us that we're not wowed because that means nobody,
Okay, this is the next
David-
team, but ignore all the T's and stuff. Golden Go, Samurott, Slowking, Screamtail, Iron Moth, Cycles Out. I think this is also B. Maybe high C.
Which
Oh, the
I
logo
was thinking
is
high B, low A.
I'd say B. Let's just say B then. I think this one is.
Fucking hell.
I'll find it. This is what's Odin's team, which is the Sail Sharpedos. It's the one with the shark.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd say B.
I like
Above.
high B.
I'd say above that team though.
like
below?
on the left of it.
Really? Above it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it has the better
I
Terra
feel
captains,
like
but
they both have a very clear vision. And
No,
I feel like
I'd say
this one
worse.
executes
I'd say
better.
it's worse. I'd say team wise exclusively. I think I like the Glasgows more than I do the Sharpedos.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like the Sharpedos, like they have, I probably say the better Terra Pokemon, excluding the Regiello. But I'm just looking at this. I'm like, okay, you have.
No, you're getting them mixed up.
Oh, am I getting them mixed up?
Sharpedos is the Regidrago team.
No, it's not.
Dude, I think you're.
Sharpedo is the Goldengo, his
Yeah.
and Samurai.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. Sorry, that's me. It's getting confused. Sorry,
you
I think the Gliscors are better.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, and you were like, no.
I know. I agree with you, Muffin. So there you go.
Will was
2 to 1
gaslighting
vote.
me. Confirmed.
It's half 2 in the morning.
He gaslights his
Screw
mods.
you both. Yeah, I do. What about it? Okay. There you go. Decided. We outvoted the GOAT. Next up is Lux's team, which is Chempao, Alisaluna, Annihilate, Munkidori, Tinkaton, Tatsugiri, Talonflame, Rotten Frost, Purple and Shaman. I think this is the C team.
Solid C minus.
Solid C.
Which logo?
I think it will be the only C, to be fair.
Which logo?
That is, I forgot to check. Sorry. Standings. This is Mr. Lucas, South London Centrus.
Aha. I agree with C. I think they have a lot there, but they also have like nothing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, you have some amazing Pokemon, but I don't think they work together as well as you think they work together. Like Chempao, Ursaline, and Annihilate, all amazing Pokemon, but on this team, I don't think the synergy's there.
Okay, Don Bozo. Sneasler, Iron Treads, Ogapon, Mandibuzz, Chandelure, Sylveon, Dragalge, Indeedee, Paldeosaurus Aqua, Frogadier, Bellibull, Appleton.
I think this one's an A.
I think it's the highest B. I'm not sure if I put it A though.
I think I put it in A for now.
Alright, that's fair enough.
I think we can definitely move it later, but I do think I besides the Frogadier, because I'm interested to know what that does. I think in general they have a really good team.
Sizzle Snom? That's the S team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The Zamazenta, Crowned, Garchomp, Tornadus, Therian,
like
Galarian Slowking, Ogapon, Wellspring, Clefairy, Cragganol, Hooper, Fion, Moltres. Maybe high A. I'm seeing the freeze dry weakness, and it's.
I was gonna say this is an S. This is an S team. Thinking about the other division S teams is like it's really. I probably should not be thinking about the other divisions, but it looks really weird. I think it can be an S. I think maybe we leave it as S for now, and then we come back to it. See see if it's something else becomes an S, because then we can kind of compare.
No,
Okay.
I'm looking at them, and I think I prefer Don Bozo's team over this one. So what do you guys? Do you prefer Bozo or
I
Sizzle
think
and
it's
Stomps team?
A.
Yeah, but do you prefer it over Don Bozo team?
I think the Bozo.
Sneasler Iron Treads team.
I think it does have the better, like, Sneasler Unburdened, even though it can't Terra, it has a better, definitely better spinner.
I don't like the Terras on this team as much, on the Snom team.
I think we put in A for now, low A.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
yeah, okay. I think Bozo team is better, personally. We'll decide that now. What do you guys think?
I like Snoms better, but like marginally.
Muffin, deciding vote.
And it's hard because like I look at the first like 5 Pokemon of Zamazenta, Garchomp, Tornadus, Galarian, Ogerpon, and I'm like based.
Yeah, it falls off a bit of a cliff, doesn't it?
It then goes into Clefairy, which I mean it's an okay Wishmon, Kragonal. Hooper's really good with Terra. Fiona, I guess Take Heart. I problem with like Fiona and Terra is the fact that like 9 times out of 10 it's bringing Take Heart, and if it doesn't, well, what does it do? It's still very weak.
Yeah, I think it only runs Take Heart.
And then Moltres is base, but then you look at the other team in like Sneasler, doesn't even need terrain, just close combat with the White Herb, I think it is, to recover all its the lower stats. Better spin in Iron Treads. Ogerpon can actually hold an item and is very scary. Manabelt has great bulk. 2 amazing Terra captains. Dragalge, which a lot like listen, like I think I do have to say that Don Bozo's team is better. Like
I agree.
It might sound weird,
awesome.
but once you get past the first like 5, it's like okay.
Okay, next team, Crepuscle. I think this is the S team. I like this team a lot. This is my favorite team.
What team do they got again?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Heatran, Enamorus, Donphan, Bravery, Vaporeon, Hisui Electrode,
Absol one.
like Lycanroc Dusk, Nova and Muck, Chargebug. Yes. What do you think, Lynn?
Yeah, I don't know about S though.
This is the best team though, so we can't just not have an S.
I mean, it is possible. We could not have it. I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be a fight between all the A's who goes up.
To me, this is an A tier team. I don't know.
Do you think it's better than Don Bozo team though?
See, that's an issue.
That's a hard
I
question.
think it is. I think it's definitely the best team so far, at least.
It's hard because I'm looking at like the individual matchup, and I'm just like, no, I have to look at this overall.
By the way, the logos are displayed on the dock, Lynn. I don't know what.
Yeah, someone pressed
made that
someone
happen.
someone pressed 9 = 6 and got rid of all the logos.
I'm trying to go back on it. It's not letting me.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
I think it's definitely the best team we've looked at so far.
I think
I would say high A, but I don't think it's S. I don't think it's so much better than the other
Yeah,
one.
no, I think we can decide S's later, but I think
I feel
without
like
deciding
these 3
which is
teams
better
are going to
than
be
that.
deciding, okay, where are they, A or S? So I think we just leave it at A,
Yeah.
and we can then decide who goes up, who stays.
By the way, when I said it was my favorite team, I forgot. I was thinking we had 4 teams left. I forgot about Kung Fu Panda's team, which is probably we'll get to that. Deji's team, I think that is high B. There's the Landorus there, Incarnate, Greninja, Infernape, Decidueye, Toxtricity, Abomasnow, Diancie, Bronzong, Spidops, Amberpalm, Excalibur.
I think with like slight changes, this thing is definitely an A team. But yeah, no, I think B.
I think it's
That's
B.
me. It's not Mopico. That's me.
I picked the wrong one. Okay, let me
This
B.
one's the golden one. Yeah, that one.
Did we say high B or do we say?
I'd say high B.
Yeah, like with those few changes, that B goes to
Wait.
an A.
Zin's team. Wait, I want to. I need to see which one's better. Zin's or
I think I like
yeah,
them
no,
better.
yeah, no. I think that's right. I think that's right. High B.
All right. Next up
Right,
is
next up is Martin's team, the controversial one, which is the Rapidashes.
I definitely can't give it an S. That's for sure.
I think this team's an A.
I think high B.
Because the thing is, if we give it A, these three go to S.
You can have. You can have.
I like that team better than I like the Carry Wisps.
I don't. I'm okay with low A. No, I'm not. I think high B. I can't do it. I'm sorry. That's a 50-something gap in the speed tiers. That's.
But I think
like,
speed. I
deep
think
flaw. That's the same as having like no ice resists. That's like it's so exploitable. You know what I mean?
ice is overrated.
It was an example. I'd say what? Okay, Muffin, you're the deciding factor.
Why am I always deciding? I hate this.
we just
The three of
You know
us
what? S
considering
tier. Screw
everybody.
all of you. We don't get to decide. We go.
Yeah. That's not how this works.
Like I mean, I feel like the biggest thing though that you did mention is like not many teams are gonna run scuffs. Thus, Polk can kind of run through, because if you are running a scuff, those slower mons are just gonna be very bulky.
Yeah.
And as I have learned last season of draft, if you have a slow team, you can throw a starve on anything, and it just
But
throws a wrench
that's your
into
personal
everyone's
experience.
plans.
But that's you committed to it. I don't think this is an intentional thing like it was with you.
I don't know about that
Well,
one.
I mean, maybe, but
I think he's drafted his team and then looked back and gone,
oh shit, it's slow.
Granted,
Yeah.
they would have fixed it in Grace, would they have not?
yeah, no, because he's a player.
Brace is for cowards.
I'd say high B.
We'll come back to it.
Muffin?
I know, it just looks weird, because it looks weird to be an A when you have the other three teams.
I don't think it touches those three teams.
Like, I don't think it's there.
We can come back.
Alright, next one.
All right, Kung Fu Panda's team.
Kung Fu Panda.
Is this the
But
S
not
that we've been
number
waiting
one.
for?
I think so.
I also think so.
Great. I generally think that this team is amazing. You know, great terrors.
Yeah.
Besides, like, there's the one gap between Scyther and Reverie, which I don't think is the biggest issue. You have ways of switching around your Pokemon. You have ways of cleaning up at endgame. I generally think it's a really good team.
Yep. All in agreement. This is the best team. Let's go. All right, T-Mog. Low B. T-Mog is Gliscor, Volcarona, Dombozo, Miasquarada, Empoleon, Toedsquirrel, Furgraf, Hisui Quillfish, Hisui Sligo, and Iron Thorns.
I'm gonna be very controversial. High C.
I see.
I'd say low B. I think that's in the middle between you guys.
I don't like this team.
I don't think it doesn't touch the lows of as Lucas's team in a nicest way.
But that's why it would
I
be a
think
high C, because I don't think it's
but I
compared
think
to
being on
Bs.
that tier is to represent the gap
I think
between
it's
the
definitely
teams.
nowhere near even on that tier.
I think low B. Wait,
We settle for mid B.
which with that then we'd have to argue between each team. Like, which teams do you think is better than?
Yeah, that's how it'll work.
I don't know. When I look at this team, I look at them. It's like, every other team. Oh, granted, would it be better than?
I prefer the Hazard Stack team over this. I think.
Plus, I got no way to get rid of hazards, to be honest.
Low B, I'd say.
Alright, I would have said C, but I guess I'm outvoted. Can't wait to get that one
Alright.
that one comment of like
My team. I'm gonna my mouth
oh,
down.
easy, done. D. Next.
So based.
Next.
I don't know. High B maybe.
I mean, we're gonna have to change this B tier around.
Wrong one.
Are you actually putting mine in D?
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna.
it's not B.
I was going to.
Fuck you.
I definitely think we're gonna have to change the B tier around, because this is there's too many Bs.
I don't
allowed
think
to
it
have
is.
a
I think
fat
it represents the fact that we have a lot of teams on the same level.
Or even like just switch them, because is the Raptors team better than all these other ones?
We'll sort it at the end. Fix it in post.
Fix it in post. What?
Like post the post tier list.
I don't know.
All right, last team.
Oh, is that? Isn't much arguing there.
I mean, we're just putting in. We're gonna fix. You said we'll fix up like where we put everything.
But we're near the post bit now. You have to decide which. So you think I'm You don't even care about my team. God.
You said we can decide afterwards. Make up.
No, isn't like we'll fix it. We'll fix it like the tiering thing, but we need to decide which one's better than which one at the moment.
I'm being gaslit here because that's literally what I was trying to say, and I was told.
Wait, what? Just decide which team you think my team is worse than and better than.
Terrakion, I'm being gaslit here. This is unacceptable.
We're a manipulative little division.
For that, you go back to D.
No.
Okay.
Stay there with your personality, D.
Which one's the Rapidashes again?
That's the speed tier team. The Pult Tusk.
I think it's worse than that team.
Me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Rude. Do you think I'm better than the Golems? Deji team.
No. I don't.
Really?
I don't.
There you go. You found your spot for me.
See, I actually think Deji team's better than the Rapidash team, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it goes Deji's and then Rapidashes.
But you just said I'm better than Deji's team.
No, I said you're not.
Yeah, we both said you're not.
You did. I'm looking at this now. I'm sorry to say it, but I mean,
I think that's a good spot for Will's team.
Deji team could even go into. Deji team could go into A. That's the thing. Like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, that thing could go into A. But we'll tier the last team first. We'll tier the last team first.
Liv's
then
team.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine at D.
I think.
You know what? You're
I don't know,
right.
because we're basing it on team specifically, aren't we? Not the person controlling the team.
That's why I'm just like some of these Pokemon.
Oh, I'm
like,
so excited for it to be placed in D.
I'd say
I want
just
it.
below me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
I don't know.
See, the more I look at Martin's team, the more further I want to pull it down.
I'm guaranteed. I know my team is better than fucking than Lil's team, and as long as that's established, Muffin, you can. Do you think which team do you think's better, mine or Lil's?
Oh no! Am I gonna get fired from the mod team if I say this wrong?
Yeah, gun to your head.
I mean,
honestly.
I mean, to be honest, like, you both have Pokemon where I'm just like, why? Why are they there? But if I had to, I do think Will has the upper hand with his team, just having more of a type diversity. I mean, I do still say that Rillaboom and Ogerpon can do nearly the exact same thing, just like with slight differences. That might be a controversial thing, but I think that's at least in my head.
I think we unanimously agreed that, except from Lil, I think.
Oh, I thought we disagreed.
No, okay.
I think Will, you do have the better team. So
Let's go.
Now, do we want to change this, because this is the most.
Dude, my team is cooked, but I'm excited.
This tier list.
Wait, I think move Lucas to D and then move the bottom 3 of B to C. Does that work?
The issue is I keep looking at
like
Martin's team, and his speech is really starting to piss me off. Like, that hasn't made.
There's no way his team is worse than mine. Get that shit above me. What are you doing?
There we go. Now I'm happy.
No.
Get.
Wait, okay, put him back up above me. Are we happy with this?
I think the only thing is the A is like I'm like slightly just.
Wait, between you agreed that the
As in, like, what?
that team is definitely the best one. Is that the second best team? The Slash.
But could it go into S? Is
Oh,
mine.
No, because I think Kung Fu Panda's team is so much better.
Alright, I guess these are the rankings. Mind you that these are just opinions of a bunch of doofuses, so don't get offended.
Weebs.
And if you do get offended,
Lucas, your team's still cool.
And they're so
Don't you
incorrect.
worry, King.
please, if you do get offended, please at me so I can actively ignore you and your concerns. Thank you. I think I feel like I should, I'm C2
B
should be
Electric
in
Boogaloo.
B, but lacking. That's C tier to me.
That's just what C means.
That's what C is.
But it looks better. It looks better. It looks better.
Just put it C. Just put it to C. I'll put it B squared.
There we go. That's better. I think that's that.
It should be a B, which doesn't exist anymore.
Why is Will here?
What does that mean? Like in the call or in the
No, in
tier?
the tier.
Anywhere.
Yeah, well, fuck you, bro. Put it back to C so we can take a sexy screenshot and roast people with it.
What? I can just put it in. I already have it.
Wait, if we're gonna use this as a
good,
thumbnail, you gotta do the classic thumbnail of mixing everything up to bait people and being like, "Oh my goodness, my team is like A," and then they get to it and like,
Let's
"Oh,
put Lucas's S to make him feel like he's good.
I was just gonna throw the tier list in announcements before we even did the video.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm down with that. We can do ours in a different way.
Yeah, fuck all the
had
other
to be
ones.
had to be special." I get it.
So, thank you for watching our motherfucking rankings. I learned what it meant during our power rankings. I'm gonna go play Spider-Man because I bought it yesterday and I've been able to play it for about 2 seconds. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
And thank you two for helping out, and thank you Faith and Mackie for your little cameos as well.
Bye. This was
Wasn't
so
really a
scuffed.
cameo for Faith, but yeah, woo! Our team.
You guys
We
suck.
did it.